Okay.
Oh wait, that wasn't that bad. It was a decent volume.
Yes.
It weren't loud.
Yeah. So I figured we'll just do this if people. I hope I'm live. I think I said it live.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay. If people. We got one person watching.
I think that's me.
But yeah, I figured we'll just go with this. And like I said, it is. We do know it's kind of, a odd time of the day for people over here. So I don't know if we want to. Okay. I will have to admit I am nervous.
There's no reason to be. It's just a chat.
Okay. So I guess I probably ought to do. Welcome everybody who's listening. Welcome DK to my channel. Hope you're well today. I like to call my interviews because I kind of go. If you haven't noticed around here, we kind of go with the crazy theme. So hence why we call the interviews, Psych Ward Diary interviews or something along those lines.
It's down my alley.
I like the craziness and stuff. So guess we can. How are you today? I know it's later for you.
Yeah,
you
just from chill mode. I'm in chill mode.
Because you're from what?
Finland? Oh, well, I live in Finland, so that's like it's 2 hours ahead of England.
Okay.
So I'm kind of in between.
Hey, hillbilly.
Because we are crazy. He says, "What's up, hillbilly?"
But so, how long has music been a part of your life, and how long have you been making music? Hey, Angel, welcome.
I mean, I've always grew up around music and stuff. Like my brother, my oldest brother, he was a DJ. Well, actually, both of my brothers were, but my oldest brother is the one that he was always kind of inspiring me, I guess, because he started DJing, and then later on, he's the one who introduced me to hip hop. So he had like a Up in Smoke tour DVD. It was like Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Nate Dogg, Exhibit, all of them were on it, and I watched it, and yeah, that was it. It was game over. I was hooked. I was like 10. It was really cool. They had loads of skits on it and stuff, and there was naked women and all that stuff.
All the stuff guys like, right?
Yeah, and I was like, this is my shit right here. This is cool. And yeah, that was it. Then I started I've kind of always been like an imitator, like a monkey see, monkey do, I see, I'll watch people playing football, and then I want to play football. 10 minutes later, I'll be running around with a football, watching, I guess, people rap and stuff, and then trying to imitate it and learn the words to the tricky Snoop Dogg in Nothing But a G thing. He had it's the capital West, so yes, so fresh and double P, diggle double G, what diggle double G's, you see. And I was like, okay, I want to learn that. And I wrote it down, and then I practiced it when I was 10. And that's kind of how it started, the imitating it. And then it was okay, let me try write my own raps. And yeah, and then I just did it for fun. That you play football at school or whatever. It was just something I just always did from 10 onwards. All through school, I'd write raps and stuff. And then one day I just actually started taking it seriously and was like, okay, this is something I want to do. And then, yeah, and then went from there.
Hillbilly, I can't take you anywhere. He wants to know, does DK stand for Donkey Kong?
Fuck's sake. Donkey Cock. Even worse. I actually picked because I got my Nintendo Switch today, and I picked my little profile picture, I picked Donkey Kong because I was like, it's fitting. Why not?
Well, I was gonna say you did have that line in the Blindside cipher about goat milk.
Yeah. I actually had a line in Game of Flows as well where I said, people asking my whole career what the hell DK stands for. All along, it's to the Donkey Kong, and this kind of fitting now. I've got a platform, so I kind of played into that joke. I've actually got a big Donkey Kong barrel as well that a fan sent me.
Hey, Lacey,
In
welcome.
the cupboard. Hello, everybody.
So does it DK stand for Donkey Kong really, or is that just a joke?
It doesn't stand for anything. It came from something, but like it doesn't stand for anything. So my first rap name was Dark Kid because there was this rapper called Ice Kid that I really liked at the time. And when I was like, because like I said, I started really young, so I must have been about probably 12 at the time, and I was like trying to think of a rap name, and I thought of Ice Kid. So I was like, oh, I could be like Dark Kid, and that was it. And I never liked the name, but I just kind of didn't know, like I didn't think of any name that was better than that. So I was just like, I just kind of stuck with it. And then one day somebody commented on my video, and he was like, I think you're really dope, but your name's shit. You should just call yourself DK. And I was like, okay. And I just changed it to DK, and that was it. And I just stuck with it.
Well, I guess if they're telling you your name is shit, but your music is good, I guess that's a win.
Yeah, because I always knew it was shit, but I just didn't really know. And it wasn't like I was that happy with DK really either. It's like it's nothing special, but it's like I feel like it's not the name; it's what you make of it. So just roll with it. As long as people know me and remember my name, DK is easy to remember. Like then adding the rap artist onto it, that kind of happened because like you can't really call yourself like DK because one, there's already a guy called DK on Spotify. Two, if you type in DK in YouTube, nobody's ever going to find me. So it's like I had to market myself as it started from Facebook because like I wanted to have DK as my name, but it wouldn't let me. It was like, oh, you that's not a real name. So I realized that if you put artist after it as a second name, it allows it as a name. So DK artist, and then I think when I made I was trying to make like my Twitter and Instagram and everything like the same. So I was like, okay, I could be like DkRapArtist everywhere. So I called my channel that, Twitter, Instagram. It wasn't taken anywhere. So I grabbed it everywhere so it could be like the same everywhere. And then, yeah, I just started marketing myself like as DkRapArtist. So, because obviously once a fan is a fan, they know my name's DK. Like everybody can work out it's DkRapArtist. So they know they could just take the rap artist off. Once they know me, they just call me DK. But like when you don't know me, like, YouTube sci-fi, it's DkRapArtist. Everybody go follow me, I didn't say it's DK. So like people can find me easy and it sticks in their mind. So they know what to type in to find me. And yeah, and then once they know me good enough, they already know where to find me and they just shorten it to DK. So it works. I think it's the best of both worlds.
And Hillary says, I gotta say big ups on the compliments you got from Hobson, bro.
Yeah, that was really cool because like Hobson's in my top 5, like of who I listen to the most. So it was like I would have been annoyed if I didn't get to rap for Hobson. Like if I would have got kicked out of the tournament before getting to rap for Hobson, I'd be like, fuck, man. Like missing my chance to rap for Hobson is like that's a bucket list moment for sure for me. Like I fucking rap for Hobson, and I was just like, oh fuck, I just hope he likes me. And then I saw the little smile in his face after the first few bars. I was like, yes, he's liking it. He's liking it. Let's go.
So I guess that leads into who are your biggest influences?
Eminem's number 1. I don't know. I get influenced off everybody though, because anything that you listen to in any way, shape, or form, you get inspired by, right? Like, I've been inspired off. I'd say the main 2 would be Eminem and Chip, and like it's basically like my top 5. Whoever I listen to the most, my top 5 is an English artist called Chip. He's my number 2. Then number 3 and 4 would be 50 Cent and Hopsin. So I think, I don't know, my hooks might be very 50 Cent like, I guess. Like it's like kind of like Eminem, 50 Cent, Hopsin kind of all mixed into one. I feel like my delivery, I model it more after like Chip, where he's like kind of, he talk raps. He doesn't like
Okay.
shout, where Eminem like kind of shouts when he raps. Or well,
Yeah.
depending, he doesn't always shout, but a lot of times he does. So like, yeah, I feel like the delivery is more modeled after Chip. Because I remember like I was thinking to myself, the more you shout, like if I'm louder, I'm putting more energy in, the delivery's better, right? And then so I just used to scream on every song, just shouting at the top of my lungs, and it looking back, it sounds shit. And then I was, it was so much effort, and I was kind of like watching Chip, and I was like, it's so effortless, like for him, like he just effortlessly does it, and I was like, why is it so effortless? But for me, it's so much hassle. And then I was like, he's not shouting, he's like talking. And then it clicked all of a sudden, and I was like, and then from then on I kind of got the right like amount of energy, you know, like not too much, not too little, just right, you know.
Yeah. Now, the first song I ever heard of yours that was sent to me to listen to was Pain.
Yeah.
What was your thought process, or what went through to write that? Because that is a mind fuck of a song, I gotta say.
What was it? I heard the beat, and I don't know, like I kind of wanted to do, like I didn't really have the concept in mind at first, and then like I just started writing it, and then as I started writing it, I guess the concept popped in my head of like what could happen, I guess. I don't know. Or I just made it up as I went along. Like I kind of went and like made the story up as I went along, and then in the end I was like I could twist it, because I think I had like, I think at the end it was gonna, like, no, in the beginning it was just gonna be a straightforward song, but then after I think I was like, oh, I could like have it end like with this twist,
Oh
and
yeah.
I like doing that stuff. I've actually got another concept song like that I've written one verse to so far, but I need to just, I've got like the beat, and I've got the first verse written, and the hook's already on the beat. I just need to write another 2 verses for it, and
Yeah.
I just need to be in the right mind state to do it, because I want it to be really good when
Yeah.
it does come out.
Because I think the first, because somebody had requested on my live. So the first, first verse, I'm like, okay, can understand girls cheating and da da da. Then you get to the second verse, and it's like, you're kind of losing me with the when like the abuse starts and stuff, and then the third verse just, yeah,
Yeah. You start off like on his side,
yeah,
and then it slowly takes you away, and then by the end you're like completely against him. So it's like
yeah.
it's a roller coaster of emotions. But I think that's something that like as a writer is really important, to be able to suck someone in, and it's like, it's very like, you know, people like talk about like fast rapping and stuff like that all the time. It's like fast rapping does have it is hard to do and stuff, but people really sleep on being able to just rap really slow,
Yeah.
because people say rapping slow is the hardest, because everybody can hear every word you're saying. There cannot be any wasted words. So being able to be able to write slow and have not have any lines that, like, I feel like he just said that because it rhymed.
Yeah.
Like, for everything to make sense, that's when you know you're a good writer, if you can do that.
After the interview, Angel, I will send you some links to DK's songs.
There's a lot to go through.
Well, Hillbilly said good introduction to you was Lullaby Pain. YouTube Cypher 2 is a good introduction to DK.
Yeah, the songs I normally show people is like Pain would definitely be one of them. I'd say Game of Flows is another one people love. No Sucker MCs is another one. Wish on a Star as well. I like Wish on a Star. That's another one. It's like slow, vibey type song.
Yeah, see, I'm the type. I'm still learning to break down bars and stuff. So when I listen to music, I love a story. I need a song that that I feel something, or
Yeah.
or gets. So that's why I love, like with pain. It takes you. Tells you a story. It takes you on a ride, and
Yeah. And it's very slow and steady and straightforward. So it's like easy to follow along with. It's not like you're telling a story, but you're like, it's like,
yeah,
it's like, I remember when I recorded it, I got in my bed and I was like, because I wrote the first verse and I was like, okay, I'm going to like record the first verse as a demo, not record it properly, just record it kind of like, just to see if it sounds good. And I remember being, when I was writing it, I was in this emotional state because even though it, like, the song isn't a personal thing that's happened to me, but like, I think as a writer, being able to be empathetic towards people and put yourself in their shoes and feel how they would feel in a moment to be able to really express it. That's kind of what I did. And I remember I turned all the lights off in the house and I turned my screen light down so it was really dark, like as dark as it could possibly be. And then I sat back in my bed and I recorded it all in one take. And then I kept that as a demo. And then after, when I finished the whole song and I went back to re-record the first verse properly, I re-recorded it over and over again. None of them were as good as that first demo. Like, even though I did it all in one go, it was like I just nailed the emotion and everything. And I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm just leaving it. Like, even all the imperfections that are in the song, like the singing isn't great. And I could have sung it better, but I didn't, because I feel like the voice cracks that I had sometimes and stuff like that, it goes with the emotion of, it's not going to be perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're screaming at someone and you're hurt, that
yeah.
normally comes with some kind of, that's not going to sound perfect. It's going to sound, you're going to have voice cracks and stuff like that. So I left all the imperfections in, all the breaths, I
I,
left
I
it kind of unpolished.
I think sometimes the imperfections, which is what I love about the independent music and stuff, is they leave the breaths, or when somebody gets emotional and maybe crying when they're recording it, they leave that in there and it shows you a real side. And I like it more than the perfect like mainstream music that goes out, that it's just
Yeah.
cookie cutter. And
Yeah.
hey, Hailey, thanks for stopping by. Hey, Jewel.
What's up, Joel?
So, over here we don't ask just music questions, so the next one's a little out of the park. Would you rather be trapped in a romantic comedy with your enemies or trapped in a horror movie with your friends?
I guess I think I'd go romantic comedy with my enemies.
Really?
Yeah. Because like a horror movie is still a fucking horror movie. Like, me and my friends would just be shitting ourselves the whole time. I know, maybe some of my enemies might be hot. I might get to fuck them.
Right.
You know, you never
Well, isn't
know.
that usually how it works in the romantic comedy?
Exactly. I might get some pussy. Crazy bitches have the best pussy. That's what I've heard.
Okay. um, if it wasn't for music, where would you be now?
Depressed. Probably. That's why I always feel like music is
Therapy.
my ray of hope. It's like without that hope, you have nothing. That's the verse that I wrote that Hopsin heard. Like, it was about, what does music mean to you? And I said, like, if it wasn't for music, I'd have nothing left. I truly do believe it's the reason I've never been depressed, because it's hard to stay afloat with all the pain I harbor. What if I had played with karma, grew up and became my father? Instead of selling crack, I learned how to rap like a rat. I got the cheese and made it out of the trap. Like, it was all talking about that subject. Like, and then I said, I said, music gave me something positive to focus on. It's hopeless because you get left for less when the hope is gone. That, like, it's like, if you don't have that hope there that, like, okay, my life might be shit now, but maybe this rap thing might work one day and I won't have to live how I'm living now and my life will be better one day. So you keep, that's kind of like the carrot in front of the donkey, do you know what I mean? And the donkey's chasing after the carrot kind of thing. That's the way I see it. Like
Yeah.
it's like a light at the end of the tunnel. You're not just
Music
stuck in the dark.
music is therapy, you know.
Yeah.
It truly is, because I think Dave Matthews sings a song, and in the line it's like your heartbreak becomes somebody's favorite song.
Yeah.
And
a lot of people might see that they're not alone as well in
yeah.
feeling certain things and stuff like that.
So where was it? Where are you headed with your music career? Like, what's your vision?
Well, I mean, the main goal is to, like, with music, is to just be free. That's like always been the goal. Like, it's not about, you know, some people want money to have fancy cars, to have jewelry, nice clothes, stuff like that. But for me, it's just about being free. It's about not having to work a job that I don't enjoy. That I can wake up every day and choose what I want to do instead of being forced to do something. You know, there's people that work. You know, I'm fortunate. I don't have to work that much, but you know, there are people that literally they wake up at the crack of dawn. They work all day long, 10 hours, 10 hours, 11, 14 hours, and then come home and then have a shower, eat, and go to sleep, and then they're back at it the next day. What the fuck is that for a life? Yeah, at that point you're just living to work. Like, fuck that. Like,
I did it. When I was early 20s, I worked 2 jobs and was a volunteer firefighter. I got maybe 2 hours of sleep.
yeah. What kind of life is that? It's just go to work, go to sleep, go to work, go to sleep. It's just like you don't get freedom, and that's the main goal. Is freedom, to just be able to, and not being held back by money. Like, everything is always like, oh, would you like to go out and do something? Do what? We can't afford it. That's always what it is. So, like, being able to be like, oh, you know, would you like to go out to eat? And we could just not think about the money and just go out and eat. You know, oh, I want to go to Spain, see my dad, fly to Spain, go stay with my dad for a week, come back. Like, you know, just have the freedom to just do what I want. That's the main goal, really.
So it's not fame, it's freedom that you seek.
Yeah. I don't want to be too big. Like, I'd fucking hate it. Like, the fame just comes with a load of bullshit. I think I did no, don't get me wrong. I do like the fame to a certain degree, right? It is cool to have, because without the fame, if I could just have the money, I mean, if I could choose fame or money, I'd choose money, obviously. But to have the fame there, what would be the point of making music if nobody gets to hear it? Like, that's
Right.
my favorite part. Is like, once you make a song, you're like, I can't wait to show this to someone, you know, and having that feeling of being able to put a song out and have people listen and give you feedback and just get to know people. Like, I just love little things. Like, the other day I had a question and I could just post it on Twitter and I get 200 people answering my question. Like, you know, I was like, do guys like fake nails? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Or you just don't give a shit? And then people voted, and it's like just little things like that. I love that. So, like, there are little perks to, you know, being known, but yeah, like, I want a bit of it, but not too much. Like, the right balance.
Yeah, like when the Blindsight cipher, like when you put my reaction on it, that was a lot. That meant a lot to me, because it's like I'm sitting here with 100 and something subs, and with the likes of like Dwayne TV and people that quadruple my sub count.
Yeah, I like, sub count to me is irrelevant. Like, I don't care about, and this goes for anything, making music, reaction channels, whatever. Like, I'll make music with people who have, like, who I don't benefit from numbers wise, I'm like, let's say like Banksy. He hasn't even hit 1,000 subscribers yet.
How is he not?
I don't know. I don't get it. But like, I think first of all, he's a really nice guy, and you know we're good friends. Like, second of all, he's just really fucking talented. Like, it's like, why is it that I'm gonna wait to work with him? Instead, I can help him, and that's what I've been doing. We did the Supernova EP together. Then we, you know, like, every chance I get, I'm trying to put people onto his music. So and I feel like I've definitely helped him a lot in this past like year or so. Like, I've really succeeded in getting his name out there, I think.
Now, do you do it all? Do you make your own beats, mix, master, everything from start?
Yeah.
Do you do it all yourself?
Yeah, most of the time the beats I don't. The beats I do make my own beats. I have produced some of my songs, but hardly any. I don't really like using my beats. But I normally use either Orx's beats. Orx's my best friend. We've like known each other since we was kids. And I use Damon's beats. Um, Damon is another person I've you know, I met through music, and I was like, oh, I'd like to work with you, like, you know, and he sends me beats and I use them, but then we became friends because it's just about building relationships. Like, it's I want to work with people, but more importantly, I want to build relationships. I want to make friendships, and that's the important part for me. I don't care. Like, I'm done asking people for stuff. I keep saying this, like, let's say like Crypt, for example. Um, like, I don't want to ask him for nothing. Like, I just want to be his friend. That's it. I just want to be a friend. Don't want nothing from him. Like, I'm not asking him for a verse. I'm not asking him to share my stuff. I'm not asking him for nothing. I just he's just my friend. That's it. I don't want nothing from him because everybody wants something from Crypt.
Yep.
Everyone. It's Crypt this, Crypt that. People hit me up. Can you ask Crypt for this? Can you ask Crypt for that? Can you get me in touch with Crypt? I want this. I want that. It's like, fucking hell. Like, he's just overwhelmed. But I mean, the last snippet as well that he put on Instagram, it proved my point. Like, he's talking about exactly that. Like, people asking for shit, and like, he's like, oh, I help you out once, and then you use me for unlimited clout. Like, you just want stuff all the time. And I was like, exactly. That's why I don't ask him for shit. I have sent him songs in the past. Like, I've sent him 2 songs and said, you know, if you like it, you know, you could like, I'd love to have you on it. But it never worked out. Maybe he didn't like the songs or whatever. I don't know. But that's it. Like, I've sent him songs before. We've not got to work on a song, but if he ever wants me on a song, he could hit me up. He could be like, oi, DK, I'd love to get you on this. He knows damn well I'm going to say yeah, you know? So I don't have to ask anybody for nothing. I'm just going to do what I do and, you know, not ask people for favors or try to depend on anyone, and just build relationships.
Yeah, Crypt's awesome.
Yeah, he's a lovely guy. It really is.
Really.
I would love to spend more time with him and have a full-on conversation. I've never really had the chance, but I would love to one day. He invited me to the cookout, which I couldn't get to, and I couldn't get a visa and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it would have been cool to meet him, meet Mama C, and everybody else that was gonna go and stuff. But you know, hopefully one day it would be cool.
Now, if somebody wants to work with you, what's the best way? Should they just hit you up?
Yeah, just hit me up. Like, I'd like, most of the time it's gonna be, there's 2 ways of working with me. You either pay me for a feature or you earn my respect as an artist. That's the 2 ones. It's not all about money. If I feel like you're good enough, I will ask you. I will say, hey, I'd love to work with you. You know, like, let's say Alpha Byte, for example. Alpha Byte, he's always been a good writer. he lacked in other areas like production, stuff like that. And I told him, you know, oh, you really need to work on your production, this, that, the other. When he got to the point where I felt like, okay, he's made enough improvements to where we can do a song. And I was like, okay, it's time. You know, if you like, send me a song. And he sent me a song the other day. So it's you can. It's same with Banksy. When me and Banksy first met, he paid me for a feature. Our first ever song we did, he paid me to do it, and then we did that. And he was always in my streams, and I got to know him and stuff like that. And he'd always send me his songs, like, "Oh, could you give me your opinion on this?" And I'd give him advice and stuff. And he improved so much, like so quickly. It was like. And then it got to the point where it was like, okay, he said as a joke, hey, we should do an EP together. And I was like, okay. He was like, really? I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then we did it. And then from then on, we've just continuously just working together at this point.
Now, do you have a set rate for your features or?
Yeah, I do 200 for a verse now. And here's the thing, people might think it's a lot of money, but it's going to go up. So this is the cheapest you're ever going to get me because like at one point I was charging 25. You had your chance, you didn't take it. 50.
You got to know your own worth.
Yeah. Oh no. Then it went up to 30. People didn't take the opportunity. Then it went up to 50, and then it jumped from 50 to 200. And you know it's only going to get more expensive. So 200 is. I remember I could have got a verse from Token for $25 at one point, and I didn't have the money because I was like going to be homeless at the time. I was getting kicked out of the place I was living. I had nowhere to go, so I couldn't waste $25 on music because like 25 was everything at that point. Like I didn't have money at all, so I couldn't do it. But like I could have got a Token verse for $25. And now it'll cost 25 grand. That's the difference. 200 is nothing. Get in while you can.
Hillbilly says, I annoy you all the time. When do I get an EP with you?
I'll give them out like Oprah. You get an EP and you get an EP.
Well, yeah, that's like with Crit. Back to Crit for a minute. He did a song with Jekyll called Crossroads.
Yeah, I remember that song.
Yeah, and he donated that because of the cause. And at that time, you know, that was 32 bars. He did a full verse. He donated because he believed in the cause, because Crypt is worth a hell of a lot more than.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like a lot of people, you know, like at one point right now, I take on any collabs because like I need the money. So it's like, I'm not going to turn down money. If somebody wants to work with me, if the song isn't good, it's on them. Like I'm gonna rap on somebody going, I don't care. I'll rap on that shit. So it's like you're paying me to be on your song, and you're gonna try to use my name to get people to check the song and me sharing it and stuff. So it's up to you to know whether the song's good or not. Like, so I just rap on anything, but it will get to a point when I don't need money as much, and I'll charge a lot more, that I'm going to have to like the song. So it's going to cost a lot more money, and I'm going to be turning down, especially like if you get like, if I was a lot bigger and I'm getting like 100 requests a week, I can't do 100 collabs a week. I'm going to have to be very, very picky with the ones I pick, and I might pick the best, I don't know, 5, and I'll do them in a month. Do like 5 collabs a month, maybe, or every few months even.
Yeah.
And just be very selective.
Yeah, because I know you've been on a lot of ciphers lately.
Yeah. I get asked to be on a cipher every week. Literally. I have to slow down. I think I told you at one point, didn't I?
Yeah, I talked to you because I'm in the works of doing something, and
I got to slow down on the ciphers, because the thing is, like, I've been paid to be on ciphers, so not only am I on the, like, literally every cipher that comes out pretty much, I've also been paid to be on ciphers, and then there's ciphers coming out that you don't even know about that I'm also on. So like it's just people are gonna be sick at DK's on the cypher. Oh, what a surprise. It's like people are just gonna get sick of seeing me on them, so I need to slow down.
Yeah. Change your name to DK the Cypher.
Yeah. The cypher artist.
Yeah. Now, you know, because you do all different types of, like, you don't stick to just one kind of rap. You do some horrorcore and this and
I do a
that.
bit of
and
everything.
Now, do you like doing horrorcore?
Yeah, I love doing horrorcore. It's but because here's the thing, it's like it's storytelling, but from a different perspective. And like it's really cool to try to just be creative, because there's only so much you can write about if you put yourself inside that box of like, oh, I've got to like keep it real and write about how I live and stuff. But there's a difference between a serious song and a non-serious song, and people can tell the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know with horrorcore, because I love horrorcore. When I found it, I think Skits Craven was the first horrorcore I listened to, and I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah, I love the horrorcore songs that M does. Like I love them. Like 3 a.m. like stuff like that, like where he's just talking about killing people and stuff. And not only that, but just the way he rhymes, like on 3 a.m. when he's like you're walking down a horror corridor. It's almost 4 in the morning and you're in a nightmare. It's horrible. Right there's the coroner. It's like the way he like uses his like rhyme sounds, and it's like he rhymes sentences at one point. Like he's like, Jesus, when is it gonna end? Or I can't remember right now, but he's like bending words and stuff, and like I don't know. People slept on Relapse, in my opinion. I thought that was a fucking sick album. Like I loved it. At first, when I first heard it, I didn't really like it, but then like I wasn't that big of an M fan at that point. And then Recovery's the one that like really I got into, and then I went back and listened to Relapse, and then I was like, okay, this is once you like start paying attention to the rhyme schemes and stuff like that, and you understand that, because I studied Recovery, learned about rhyme schemes and punchlines and stuff like that, and then went back and listened to Relapse, and then you realize how crazy he was going with the rhyme schemes, and like you're like, holy shit, this is incredible.
Lazy. Now, was Relapse the one that he apologized for that he didn't like or something like that? Was that the album?
Yeah, he said like Relapse was meh, but it wasn't meh at all. It was really good. I loved it. I fucking loved it.
Blaze said, in his opinion, Relapse destroys Recovery.
Yeah, but it's like it really just depends on what you like, I guess, because some people fucking hate Relapse, some people hate Recovery. It really does depend. But I like all M's albums pretty much, but like Relapse, I don't know. Obviously, there are some songs on there that I'm not too keen on, just like there are on like Recovery that I'm not too keen on. But you know, it's yeah, like I learned from that shit. Like, I studied it. That like it helped me get as good as I am now, because I tried to take what he was doing and do it in my own songs.
Yeah, see, I listen to like the old school, like Cleaning Out My Closet and like the stuff from way back when.
Yeah,
with him.
And that's the thing. Like Eminem slept on as a producer as well. Like his biggest songs, like he produced a lot of them. Like he produced "Cleaning Out My Closet," "Mockingbird." He produced "Lose Yourself." He produced "The Way I Am," and like it's interesting "The Way I Am" as well, because he wrote to the melody, which people don't realize. Like it goes like dun 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 dun, and he rapped with the da 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 ba 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 ba, like it went with the instrument, which was really interesting actually. To know, like nobody really does that, and he stepped with the like all of the controversy circles me, and it seems that the media immediately points a finger at me. It's like he went with the exact same syllable pattern as the the melody, which is like hardly anybody ever does that. So
Now, if you could collab with anybody, would Eminem be your dream collab?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I'd just like to talk to him, to just like sit down and just have a conversation with him. That would be like, I wouldn't even have to do a song with him. Like that would be a dream come true for me, to just pick his brain, ask him about how he writes. Matt, he ain't got to talk to me. I just want to see, watch him work, just sit there and just watch him in the studio and just be like a fucking fly on the wall. Like that shit would be like the best thing ever for me.
Okay, now for another weird question. Would you rather have bad gas or always have a really dry mouth?
Bad gas. I could use it as a weapon too. Clarissa's pissing me off. Right, that's it, bitch. Put her under the covers. I kind of have bad gas already. I've got, not like farting wise, but burping wise. I have some kind of like acid reflux or something. So I'm constantly like burping all the time. It's really fucking annoying.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure. A guilty pleasure. So one that I feel one that I kind of wouldn't want people to know. Would that be like a guilty pleasure?
I don't know. Something that you know that you indulge in, or I don't know.
I don't know. I'm very like open with the stuff I like. Like I don't really feel ashamed about liking certain things.
Like if you want to suck on somebody's toes.
Okay. If that could be, definitely not. I don't like feet. That's for sure.
Feet are weird.
Fuck knows. I actually don't know. I really don't. I don't. Because the thing is, like, I'm very open as a person, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like if I like something and other people don't, I'm not scared to come out and say like, oh, well, I like that. So there isn't really anything really. I don't think.
Okay. This came in from somebody wanted to know, if you could go back up to 50 years into the past to witness something firsthand, what would it be and why?
What would I want to witness? 50 years.
Oh, wait. There's more to it.
Something that's happened in the past 50 years.
And there's more to it. Okay, what would it be and why? If it happened in a way that was different from how it is portrayed in history, be it better or worse, would you change your outlook on the subject?
Hold on. Can you repeat it?
Okay. If you could go back up to 50 years into the past to witness something firsthand, what would it be? And you know how it played out. Pretty much, you know how it played out now. Would you change it? So, like, say Hitler, or I don't know.
I don't think I'd change anything because you could make things worse.
Right, butterfly effect.
Yeah, the butterfly effect. You definitely don't want to fuck with time. I'd leave it. Like even even the worst things that, for example, like my mum dying. If my mum hadn't died, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. My life would be completely different. I have no idea where I would be, because if my mum hadn't have died, I would have never have gone to England for her funeral. If I wouldn't have gone to England, I wouldn't have stayed with my brother to go college there instead of being in Spain. If I never would have gone to college in England, I would have never have met Clarissa. If I never met Clarissa, I never would have come to Finland. If I was never in Finland, I would have never have been where I was at to get the KSI shout out. If that wouldn't have happened, I definitely wouldn't have gotten the YouTube cipher. So like everything that's happened so far has been because, in my eyes, my mum dying is the cause of everything. It completely, my life went that way.
The good and the bad.
Yeah. So like if sometimes something bad happens, but it leads to everything else. So if you take that away and change it, you never know, it could end up worse. But like, would I go, if I went back to witness something though? Like, I don't know, what on earth could you witness that was good? Shit, I don't know. I'd probably do something pervy. Fuck it. I'd probably go back and
find out who Jack the Ripper is.
Yeah. I know. I don't know. Like maybe go back and I know somebody who's like I don't fucking know. I really have no idea. I don't know. I'd have to really think about it.
Yeah. Now, is Carissa your wifey?
Yeah.
Now, do you have any kids?
No, definitely not. Fuck that. Hold up. Why is the stream froze? Is the stream okay?
I think it is.
Okay, it's all right. It's all right. It for some reason it made me like it kind of crashed, made me reload the page. Which verse did you have the hardest time writing and record for the Let Me Hear Something tournament? The hardest time writing. First one was easy. I didn't even try. The second time was the hardest one, the second round, because the first round I didn't even try because I was like, the opponent's an easy opponent, so I'll just write just some shit and whatever. And then the second one, I was against Grizzy, so I was like, okay, I've got to like come swinging if I'm going against Grizzy. So that was the one I put most thought into and really tried my hardest. And then the third one, I kind of given up by then. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to just write some shit that I like, that I think's dope. Instead of rapping how I think is going to get the best reaction from the judges, I'm just going to write what I like. And supposedly people like that one better anyway. So
You got some issues, hillbilly.
what's he saying?
He
You
said,
go watch tonight. He was considered. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Jesus Christ. And then stop it from happening so I could disappear.
This is my friends.
Yeah. It's weird ones. I was saying that the other day on Twitter. Fucking like Chase was just talking shit on Twitter, and I was like, why what is wrong with the people I associate with? Yeah, and then like about 20 minutes later, he calls me on Discord and he's like, do you want to see my penis? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's how Chase says hello.
Hillbilly usually comes into a room and says, butter my balls and call me salty. So they make our lives interesting, our friends.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest fact you know?
The weirdest fact I know.
Or strangest or funniest?
I don't know. These questions are ones that like you really have to like. I'd have to think about them for so long. They're shame on me. So a weird fact, or a funny fact. I can't think of anything. What boring answers I'm giving? Because I just literally there's nothing I could think of. Like, have you got one?
I know how long. I know that 5 pigs can eat and digest a 250-pound man in under 10 minutes.
Okay. Right, guys, the interview's over. I'm gonna go and hide. She knows too much. She's clearly using this for some kind of. I really don't know. There's no facts that I can think of that are just weird or.
No, is your wife be supportive of your music?
Yeah.
Does she like it?
She doesn't like listen to my music, but she does. She thinks I'm good. Like she likes it, and like she tells me whether she likes it or she doesn't. She goes, "Oh, I don't like that one," or she goes, "Yeah, that one's really good. I like that one." Sometimes she has had the odd song here and there that she actually listens to, but it's not really like her cup of tea to listen to, but. She does think I'm good though.
Now, do you put butter on your sandwiches?
Hell yeah.
And Nico wants to know who convinced you butter was okay on sandwiches.
Mate, this is normal. This is what happened, right? I'm scrolling through TikTok, right? Just watching random videos. A video of an American person and he was like, oh, would you like butter on your sandwich? He was like, butter on my sandwich? And then he was like, what the fuck? You guys put butter on your sandwiches? And then I was like, hold on, Americans don't put butter on their sandwiches. So then I think I messaged Banksy and I was like, do you put butter on your sandwiches? He was
No.
like, no. And I was like, wait, hold on. I took it straight to Twitter and I was like, please tell me you Americans put butter on your sandwiches, or like, is this true? And then like, yeah, that kicked everything off.
So,
And then it was World War
you're
III.
the one that started the Great Butter Debate?
yeah. That's how it happened, because I was genuinely like, what the fuck? Like, how have I gone my whole life? I thought everybody put butter on their sandwiches.
No.
Like, in England, that's normal. Like if you go around someone's house in England and be like, and they're like, oh, would you like a sandwich? And you're like, yeah. And they make you a sandwich. There's butter on that bitch. Like, they ain't even gonna ask. They're not even gonna think. Would you like butter? That shit comes automatically. It's like asking if you want milk in your coffee, or like, it's pretty well. I mean, some people have black coffee, but like, I don't know. It's a standard. Like,
now, do you put butter, then you put like your mayo, your mustard, and everything else, or is mayo your only like condiment that you put on it?
well, no, like the butter, supposedly what it does, it stops the sandwich from getting soggy. So when you put like mayo and stuff on it, the butter protects the bread so the bread doesn't get all soggy. Or like from like tomato juices, if you're cutting up tomatoes and stuff like that. So it's like, it makes a difference, but it actually adds a nice like little flavor to it, especially if you get like salted butter. It adds a nice flavor. But yeah, we have butter and we have like whatever comes with it, like mustard or mayonnaise or whatever. Or sometimes if I'm having mayonnaise, maybe I won't have butter. I'll just have mayonnaise. I don't know. It depends. I don't put it on everything, but like, I don't put mayo on everything. Where Americans, it seems like you do. It's like just mayo, because otherwise it'll be dry because you don't use butter. So, but nah, you can't have mayo with everything. It doesn't go.
Okay. Blaze said this got around to my producer who's in London and he's older and doesn't believe in Twitter. So DK started a worldwide debate, even off social media. There was diss tracks written about. Do you know who Champion the Rapper is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, legit, there's been debates. I don't know how many lives I've been in. This debate has been going on for a while now about the butter thing.
Yeah. It was going like I actually checked my like my Twitter on like Social Blade to see like it shows you the average amount of tweets I do on a daily basis and stuff. It went up those 2 first days. It went up to like, I'd do maybe 8 tweets like on average, something like that. It went from 8 to like 140, like 70 one day and 70 another day. So yeah, it went up like crazy. But yeah, it's like, it's a weird thing. But like, it's like, if I have mayonnaise, I'll have mayonnaise with certain things. So I'd have it with like, for example, I don't really like mayonnaise and cheese together. I don't think they go well. If I was gonna have cheese, I'd like to have something. I wouldn't have anything. I'd just have butter with cheese and tomato, for example. If I was having ham, I like having ham and mustard. If I DK should really run with this butter sandwich debate and make a song called Butter Sandwiches. So me and Dwayne, so we did a diss track on me about the butter thing.
So was it a joke diss track, or?
Yeah, it was all joking. And then I did, and then I responded, and then I got Dwayne on the track as well. And then Dwayne even went at me on my own song. But and the reason why I did this is because Gatsby said as a joke, he was like, you should do a diss track. Oh yeah, because then not only that, but we started then talking about. So this was Dwayne's fault. The other debate was Dwayne's fault. It's about how you wipe. That's Dwayne's fault. So, huh?
So Hillbilly said, to be fair, you all eat Vegemite.
Well, Marmite. We have Marmite. Vegemite's an Australian thing, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Hillbilly, get your regions of the world correct.
Yeah. So basically, in one of Dwayne's lives, they started talking about how they wipe, whether they wipe sitting down or standing up or whatever. And then Banksy said he wipes like back to front, basically. So he wipes from the back to like towards his dick. So he wipes like back to front. So then that started a whole debate, and Dwayne was like, "What the fuck?" And then he took it to Twitter, and then that went World War III about that subject. So then the butter and the wiping got combined into one, and then it was like, and then
So
Gatsby said,
wipe?
front to back. But Gatsby said, as a joke, you should do a diss track, use the Drake beat back to back, and call it back to front. So that's what we did. And I was like, the way Hollow wipes is back to front, and that was the hook.
That's like putting milk in the bowl before the cereal. That's just psychopathic behavior.
Yeah, but then I was like trying to think, like, how the fuck does he wipe like back to front? Like, it doesn't make no sense. And then but then I realized what he does is he like goes in from the front like a woman would wipe. Like a woman wipes her pussy like that from the front. It's like everybody goes round the back and wipes like this, but Banksy wipes this way like this. And it was like, mate, you're gonna get shit all up your nutsack. Like, this is crazy.
Now, because I know a lot of other countries, you guys have bidets over there, or is it mostly toilet paper?
So in Finland, so in Spain they have bidets. In England, you have. I don't think you normally have bidet. Obviously, they exist, but they're not like a thick, like a staple. And everyone in Spain, it's like everybody's house pretty much has a bidet. It's like a very normal thing. In Finland, they don't. But in Finland, they have something that's similar, which is like it's basically like a hose that is attached to the sink. So like you grab it and it's like you can fucking spray up your ass with it and shit. Which is actually really useful. I use them at work to like because I'm a cleaner, so like they're really useful. I can like spray them on the floor and like spray the toilet down with them and stuff to like get it really clean. They're really useful. So yeah, Spain though have bidets.
Which do you prefer, toilet paper or a bidet?
Well, I prefer just toilet paper because I mean bidet's better though because like toilet paper doesn't really get your ass clean. Like you wipe your ass, that shit still smells after. You know, if you get bidet, you can give it a good old wash. But I don't know, it's effort though, isn't it? Like getting your ass all wet and having to dry it and shit. And I don't know, it's kind of. I'd rather just like have a shower and get it done.
Yeah, like I said, my interviews are not the typical ones that you will see.
These are the best ones.
We've covered. Well, okay, since we're in this, boxers or briefs?
What the fuck is briefs? Are they the Superman pants?
I don't know.
Like the ones that are kind of shaped like this.
I think they're like tidy. I think briefs are kind of like tidy whities.
Hold on, let me Google briefs.
Yeah.
Briefs. Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. I call those Superman pants. So, because they're like the little pants Superman wears, isn't he? Right? If you have a look at Superman, he's kind of wearing
bikini bottom.
Yeah, exactly. So I call them Superman pants. But yeah, I wear boxers for sure.
Yeah.
I will not wear those other ones. Fuck that shit. If you wear those, sort yourself out. That's what I'm saying. Wear some fucking boxers. What? How many of you guys in the chat wear fucking Superman pants? Let me know.
We're not starting. Who's having a waffle and pancake debate?
Oh, that's Dwayne. That he even made an album called Waffles.
Okay.
Yeah, the debates normally come from me or Dwayne. That's where they stem from every time.
Well, it makes for some interesting debates. I mean, diss tracks have been.
Yeah. This shit gets serious.
Yeah, because over here, like in America, we don't do the butter. The only time you put butter on a sandwich is like if you're making a grilled cheese sandwich. You put it on the outside and you grill it.
Yeah.
Or toast, you put butter on toast. Hillbilly goes commando.
Now, Hillbilly is going to learn the hard way Not
When
to go commando when he gets his dick stuck in a zip, which happened to me.
when he shuts the cow in the barn door, he'll regret it.
Yeah.
But he has to have
Then
one in order to shut it in anything.
he will never ever go commando again. When I was when that happened to me, I was 9, I think, and I've never made that mistake again, ever, and I never will. I would never ever go commando. It's okay to go commando, maybe with like tracksuit bottoms and stuff. Definitely not jeans. Do not go commando with jeans. Tracksuit bottoms, fair enough. Team waffle. Nah, pancakes. I'm team pancakes. But like crepes. I like crepes more than like American pancakes. I like
Yeah, okay. Nico said DK and Dwayne should make a collab album or EP called Debates, and they should go back and forth debating on specific things.
That's kind of a dope concept.
That is.
That's actually really funny. But maybe we could do that for a song instead of like a whole EP. But me and Dwayne are in the works with an EP. We have been for the past 2 years or so. But it's on Dwayne. You have to get on Dwayne about that because like I've sent him loads of songs. I've done loads of stuff. He's the one slacking this time. So
Hillbilly said it's hard to zip it in when it's a Tic Tac.
It leaves your breath minty fresh.
That Hillbilly's tiny dick just fucking threw my brain completely off subject. It's nice to see, like, especially with hip hop having where it's basically an industry built on beefs and stuff like that from back in the day. If you look at the older stuff, it's kind of cool to see like the more fun debates and
I was having like so much fun on Twitter. Like those when that whole debate thing was going on, that was probably the most fun I've ever had on Twitter. Just people just talking shit to each other, but it's all in good fun. And it still gets talked about today. So
who is your top, I guess, YouTube rappers?
my top YouTuber. Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know. Because the thing is, like, I don't really listen to music anymore. Like, I still haven't listened to Nas' new album. Like Eminem is my favorite of all time, and like I maybe like listen to his new albums like maybe 3 times. Like, and I used to like it was used to be 100+ times, know every single word to them. Nowadays, I don't really listen to music, so I don't know. But like, I really don't know because like they're all good in their own way. Like it's like everybody's good at something more than like others. So like, I really don't know. I feel like everybody has like everybody in the YouTube scene. I feel like they have strengths and weaknesses. Where this person might be really good at this, but they're kind of like they lack in this area, and then this person is really good at that, but they lack in this other area. So it's that's kind of how I feel about like pretty much everybody. But I don't know. I really like Luke Gorn. I think like just like he just drops like really good music, really good videos. It's like the quality is always like right up there. Like if I had to put my money on anybody to like blow up out of like the scene of what they're putting out right now, yeah, Luke Gorn would be like probably my number 1 pick to be like.
Now, are you a Tom McDonald fan?
I'm not a fan, but like I don't dislike him. Like it's because like I said, I don't really listen to music, so I don't dislike Tom McDonald. I don't like him either. It's just I think he's good at what he does. I don't listen to it personally, but that's like I said, I don't listen to anyone. So
what about Upchurch?
Yeah, I feel the same way about Upchurch. I feel like Upchurch, he needs work when it comes to rap. Like when I listen to him rap, there's like things that I feel like he needs to work on. Like his singing and country music is fantastic, But when it comes to rap, yeah, he's still learning. Even though like he does do a very, very fucking good job. But yeah, there are like few little things that.
Dan says Eminem wasn't my favorite coming up. Actually, it was Barney the Dinosaur Greatest Hits, he's best rapper of all times.
Mate, Barney's got bars, mate. Yeah, me and you are family in that. Like, you know, that's everybody relates to that shit. Everybody's got a family, unless you're an orphan.
Unless you were left on the doorsteps of a fire station.
Bit of dark humor. Love a bit of dark humor.
Hey, you got to have dark humor. Like I said, I don't know if you know who Skits Craven is, but
no.
And
I tell you another person like that is like really, really underrated. I feel is Chase. Chase is like really fucking good. Like he put out a song every day in July of last year, and every song was like levels.
How can DK be one of your favorite UK artists when he's not from the UK?
Well, DK is currently one of my top 3 favorite UK artists alongside Stormzy and Labyrinth. Wait, hold on. Am I not seeing something? Where did you see that?
In the chat.
Why isn't it popping it up for me?
I don't know.
I don't see it. So I am from the UK. I just don't live there.
Well, you said did you grow up in Spain, or?
I was born in England.
Okay.
And then when I was 8, I moved to Spain, and then I lived there till like 18, and then I went back to England again.
When your mom passed.
Yeah, and then I kind of then went England, Spain, England, Spain, England, Spain, England, and then Finland, and now I've been here ever since. So like, but I am like by blood, I'm half English, half Spanish, but I was born in England, and I am English, like because I was born there, I was raised there the first 8 years of my life.
Now, do you have dual citizenship to both Spain and England?
No, I don't. I don't think it was. I don't think it was possible at the time.
Now, you said now, how long have you lived in Finland?
Like 4 years, maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years. I think 4. I'm really crap at keeping track of time.
Now, are you considered a citizen of Finland now, or?
Yes and no, because like I just literally got my citizenship sorted, and then the Brexit thing happened, so England pulled out of Europe, so now I have to redo my citizenship again as a non-European. So that's gonna be fun.
So England's not part of Europe anymore?
No, not anymore. No, they had a Brexit thing that was going on where they decided they wanted to leave Europe, and they had a big vote whether they should do it or not. And I guess people voted to leave more than to stay, which I don't know. I feel like it stemmed a lot from like racism, really. Like people like, oh, no, I don't want, like it would be the equivalent of like, Trump building the wall. Don't want the Mexicans in America. Get rid of them type thing. It's like that kind of vibe, but with just everybody that isn't English. Like, get them the fuck out. They have that whole thing like, oh, they're taking our jobs and all that bullshit. Like,
now, do you have I will call it the proper, I know they call it football, European football. Do you have, are you a team you support?
No, I don't like any sports, to be honest. When I was young, I used to love football.
Now, football, are you talking soccer? Okay.
Yeah. I used to love it. I used to play it in school. I never really watched it, but like I watched the odd match here and there. I didn't really care for it, but like I liked playing it. And it's definitely
boring to watch. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I feel like about all sports. The only actual like sport that I kind of enjoy is like WWE wrestling, because I grew up. I loved that shit as a kid. Like I really loved it.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
I mean, it was The Rock. Like,
yeah.
From when my era, like it had to be The Rock. The Rock says this. Like I love like I love his character. Like, but that's the thing. It's like
The jabroni.
it's the equivalent of like, imagine watching like a Marvel superhero film, right? But just editing out the fight scene and just watching the fight scene, it would be fucking boring. Like, without watching the story that goes along with it, it's boring. That's why I don't really like watching wrestling unless I'm keeping up with the story. And because I don't really
Yeah.
keep up with the story anymore, I'm not really
Yeah.
interested.
Well, that's like I always said, it's kind of a soap opera for guys
Yeah,
because you got the
exactly.
storylines. Like I stopped watching after you know what hit. Can't say it on YouTube or they censor you. But because it changed and there was no audience and you couldn't really keep
Yeah,
up with the storyline, so it was half-assed fights, and I'm like, this ain't what I'm into. But I'm back from the days of WW when I think they were WWF, and it
yeah,
used to have like the girls pudding fighting and all of this stuff way back when.
yeah. I think like I stopped watching around 2008, 2009, maybe something like that. So it was years and years ago. But
Yeah.
like every now and again, I go back on this nostalgic, like start watching it on YouTube, and then I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go on like WWE Network, mate. See, WWE Network. If I had that shit when I was into wrestling, I would have been the happiest person on the whole fucking planet. Like, I used to have to go around my friend's house and he had like wrestling videos that he used to get for like Christmas and stuff.
Yep.
And he'd have like all the events and shit. And like, I'd go and watch them around his house. It'd be like, what video do you want to watch? And I'd look through them and I'd be like, oh, let's watch this one. And like, and we'd just watch them and then we'll beat the fuck out of each other after. It was brilliant. So yeah, like me and my friends all used to wrestle each other. We'd hit each other with shit. Like we'd find like plaster boards and stuff and smash them over each other's heads. The police would just be watching us beat the shit out of each other and then be like, guys, you can't be doing this. I remember we was once wrestling on a mattress by the bin. There was like a mattress by the bin and we're just beating the shit out of each other on the mattress. And this guy comes along and he looks at us and he says, you do realize like dogs could have pissed on that, right? And we just looked at him and then we just continued beating the shit out of each other. We did not give a fuck.
It's like the nostalgia because I remember like middle school and high school, every guy when DMX would be like do the suck it thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I loved, like, I think like obviously like Stone Cold was like
yeah,
one of the ones, but like he was
Stone
a
Cold said so.
bit before my time. It wasn't before my time, but like he wasn't at my peak when I was at my peak of wrestling. He was already out because he was like more like when I was really young. But
Yeah.
I was watching him
Now,
and I
how
was a
old are
big
you?
fan of his. I'm 28.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I got 10 years on you.
yeah, let me see. When did Stone Cold retire? Hold on. Let me see.
Hey,
Where
John. John said,
when
hey, DK, love you, brother.
Hello, mate. When did Stone Cold retire? Okay, so it was 2003. So yeah. So in 2003,
Wow, it's been 20 years since he retired.
yeah, it's
Just about.
crazy.
Wow, I'm old.
So 2003. So that's wait, hold on. I was 10. So I was 10 years old when Stone Cold retired. So any Stone Cold that I saw was before when I was like 8, something like that. Because I remember at 10, I weren't watching no wrestling because I lived in Spain. I had no internet. I had
Yeah.
there weren't no cable TV, nothing like that. It was literally just watching Spanish TV, the shit that they'd put on, and that was it.
John
So
said, John
that
said,
was it.
goddamn DK, you're making me feel old.
What? Because I'm young.
Yeah.
How old are you, John? So I don't think I'm that young. It's like 28. I'm nearly 30 years old now. It's creeping up.
Yeah. I got 10 years on you.
Yeah, time flies though. That's what I feel like. Soon enough, I'm gonna be 40, and I'm gonna be like, holy shit. So that's how I feel about being 30. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm creeping up. My
He's
17-year-old was
45.
born the year after. Fucking hell. Yeah, Life flies, mate. Life flies by.
That's like on here you meet people and they're like, "Oh, I was born in 2003." It's
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
bro, I was graduating high school when you were born.
Yeah, I'm 45. Yeah, it's actually nuts. It's nuts to think about.
Now, do you have an all-time favorite of one of your songs that you've done?
Not really. No, I have like different songs for different reasons. Like I think Pain is one of the ones I'm really proud of from like like a writing perspective. My song Dear Dad, I hate the song itself. It's like dated. It was shit. Like back then, like the delivery, the recording, the mixing, like everything was like shit. But the message and what I was saying,
Have you ever thought of redoing it?
I kind of did, but on a different beat. And I kind of thought about redoing it, but I was like, oh, I can't be bothered, whatever.
Thanks for
I
stopping
just
by,
feel like
Dan.
it won't really, it wouldn't sound the same anyway. Like if I did it with like this new delivery, like I don't think it would sound the same. But like I like what I was saying, like
Yeah,
the
the
message,
message.
and yeah, like the lyrics meant a lot to me because it was about my dad and stuff. So very personal song.
Now, do you have any songs that you've done and then they'll just never see the light of day?
Not really. I pretty much release everything I make. So everything that's out there is like, if you like it or you don't like it, it's like you hear everything that I make. There's not really anything that I like. I even put out like a mixtape of like all my unfinished shit. Like if I had something that was unfinished and it was just like one verse or whatever, I just cut the rest of it and just left that one verse and then put them in a folder and I uploaded them all as a mixtape. So like people
Cool.
literally hear everything I do. So some of it's bad, some of it's good, some of it's really good, but like you're hearing everything. Like I don't not put something out. I'm just whatever. If I made it, I'm putting it out. That's it.
Now,
And
what is your
hopefully people like it.
process? Blaze, when I asked him, I don't know if you're familiar with Blaze the Messiah,
Mm-hmm.
but when I asked him, interviewed him, he said he couldn't answer this question. Like, what is your process? Do you hear a beat and then write the words, or do you write the words and then find a beat, or does it all
Always write
depend?
to a beat. If you're not writing to the beat, you're doing it wrong. Because you have to it would be the equivalent of like um it would be the equivalent of imagine like trying to getting a puzzle and trying to put the puzzle together without like I don't know, like I don't know. I'm trying to think of an analogy that makes sense. It doesn't really make sense, my analogy, but it's like trying to put a puzzle together without the um
Edges
without
first.
the fuck. There must be a better analogy. It's like everything has a place, right? Every puzzle piece has
Right.
a place in the puzzle. And if you're without the beat, you have no structure to the puzzle. You just have a bunch of pieces without any idea of how they fit together. It's impossible to fit the puzzle together without having the structure. Once
Right.
you've got the structure, you then know how the pieces have to be put into the thing. So
Yeah.
it's like
There's
without the
steps,
beat,
kind of
you
an
got
order
nothing.
of steps you have to go. And Nico said one of his favorite DK songs is "So Alone," featuring the Real Young Swag, produced by Damon.
Yeah. So interesting fact. I mentioned earlier that I sent songs to Crip. That was one of them. I asked Crip to be on that song, and he said he'd get back to me, but he never did. So I don't know if he didn't like the song or he forgot. But like I didn't want to bother him about it. I was just like, well, whatever. I sent it to him. I asked if he wanted to do it, he would have done it. You know, like that's it. I don't need to know why. Maybe you weren't feeling it, or maybe he was busy. I don't know. But yeah, that was the last song that I sent Crip. That's the last song I'm gonna send him.
Now, can you
No.
freestyle? Can you hear a beat and just start spitting?
Yeah. I like my process is actually lately, like normally my process is I get the beat and I write to it, right? So it's depending on the beat, I'll normally come up with like a hook or something first, and So you can't really come up with a hook without hearing the beat because they're normally like very melodic. So I'll be singing or something within the beat. Well, within like the tone of the beat or like the key of the beat or whatever. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Is that your phone?
That is my phone. Normally a live of mine or an interview of something, even my reactions, I'd either have a notification from my phone which quacks like a duck or an alarm going off. So there's always some kind of bird noise in everything I do.
It's interesting. My phone goes, huh? It's just, and people are like, is that a dog? And I'm like, no, it's me. I've got my own voice going, huh?
I do not know how to pronounce your name.
Yeah, I have always have trouble with his name. He tells me every time, and I think it's fuck, I forgot. Situm. I can't. He tells me every time, but I forget.
I tell people because like when I do my lives, I'll be cite them.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, unless you want me to slaughter it, kind of like break down how to pronounce it, because if not, you're getting whatever. That's why DK is nice. He did a nice, simple name that nobody can mispronounce.
Yeah. I told him the same thing. I said, your name's too complicated. You're making it hard for people to remember it and write it down and fucking pronounce it. But yeah, so it's like putting a puzzle together when the pieces are flipped. Might get lucky and put some together correctly, but you won't get it all right. Yeah, 100%.
Good analogy.
So what I've been doing lately is actually I can share my screen on here. I could give you guys an exclusive if you like.
It's up to you. It's your interview, so
you can see. I'll actually show you instead of like explaining it. I can actually show it to you. It's kind of interesting. Let me see. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear this. Yeah, share screen, share this one. Okay. Can you guys hear this? Can you hear that?
No.
Wait, okay. Does this not share audio?
There should be, I think when you hit share screen, there should be, so let me remove this. There should be at the bottom a little place that says share audio that you have to click. So you might have to close out of this and redo it.
Okay, hold on. Share, stop screen video file. So if I do like stop screen, so I do, there's share screen and share video file.
Hillbilly's my tech guy. But I know with me, like when I hit the share screen thing, it'll be like, you want to share your screen, and then at the left-hand bottom, it should say share audio, and you just click on that.
Maybe I shared the entire screen instead of, and maybe that's why it didn't work. Okay, what about now? It says everyone can see and hear you, it says. I'm not sure if that, can you hear that?
No.
No, still nothing? All right, fuck it. Well, I guess you guys ain't getting the exclusive.
Well, no, Hillbilly said when you hit share screen, at the bottom of it, you hit share screen, and then at the very left-hand bottom, it should have a little box, and it says share audio.
Oh, share audio. I see it.
Click on that, and then we should be able to hear you.
Okay, I'm hoping that it doesn't share your talking as well, because it might share everything. I'm not sure. Okay, can you hear that now?
No.
No, still nothing? What the hell? Okay, right. I think I've got to share the first screen like this, but okay. So I think this should be good now. Wait, hold on. Can you hear that?
Yes.
There we go. Right, okay, chat. Can you guys hear it in the chat? Yeah, I just get confirmation that they can hear it. Hello, Amy. Okay, they can hear it. Right. Okay, so I started off just by freestyling a bunch of mumbling. So I went and just mumbled like some ideas and melodies and stuff like that. So this is what this sounds like. Yeah. Man, I told you I'm a renovate. I to renovate. Used to renovate. Used to have it on the game and now it anymore, no. it's literally just mumbling, and so I get bits that I like this bit. And then I get that bit that I like, and then I put it into actual words, so that the exact same mumble, but I put it into words, and then it sounds like this. You already know I'm a dog. I told you I'm the underdog, and they know if they mess around, fuck around, I'ma put them underdog. You can tell them now, run around, I go round, yeah. You can fuck with me, but I would never bow down, yeah. I can smell all your trouble from a mile, yeah. You know we don't fuck around, yeah. I'm in the street, baby. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
I like that beat.
Yes, it's a banger. That's Little Nas X's song, the recent one that he's put out.
Anyways, we will not talk about him.
DK, you make a good mumble rapper. Yeah, so that's kind of how I've been making music lately. I've just been literally just mumbling flows, mumbling melodies and stuff, and then changing them into words, and yeah, that's it. So it depends on the type of track that I want to make. If it's more like a vibey, like a sound good song, I'll normally do it like that, because then I'm going off the vibe. So like the first freestyle I do, where I'm just going and then like whatever bits I liked from that. So it's all like working off a vibe and doing it quickly instead of putting a load of thought into it. It's just vibe. It's just, what does it sound like? Don't focus too much on what I'm saying. Just like have fun with it, and just something you could just listen to that sounds good. And then sometimes with a song like Pain, it will be more about, okay, so everything is about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, different vibes for different types of songs, different ways to approach it.
Thank you for the sub, Sitem. I know a lot of you are familiar with DK, but I just put his link to his YouTube. If you're not, go sub to him.
Yeah, I think people ain't gonna expect it either. The like that remix, like it's like I've never made anything like that ever.
I love when an artist like surprises you. Like,
yeah, people are gonna be like, okay, you're singing, all right.
Yeah, that's like you have like a rapper, and then all of a sudden you hear them singing. And it's like, holy shit! Why have you been keeping that hidden?
Yeah, like I've always sung, but like in little bits, you know, like in my hooks, I have little melodic bits and stuff like that. But this is full on like full on singing, like full on like whole like long ass notes and stuff. Like it's interesting. I'm really liking it actually.
Nico wants to know if he subs to DK, does it come with a butter sandwich?
No, it doesn't. I'll keep them for myself. You guys don't appreciate them, so.
I found out though, like I'm like, that just sounds weird, but I found out my grandfather. So I don't know if it was an old school thing, maybe in this country that they used to do, because he's from the Great Depression era. He was born in 1929, and he always liked. I found this out like a couple months ago when this whole debate started, and he's like, he always had butter on like his bologna sandwiches.
Like, yeah, I think you guys are missing out, honestly.
Hillbilly, if you want to butter Little Nas X, that's between you and Little Nas X. I am critical, Amy. She goes, that's a great compliment coming from Dress. Sometimes I don't think she likes anything.
Why can you see stuff that I can't see in the chat? I don't understand.
Hillbilly said you might have to check because your chat might be on top chat instead of show all.
Yeah, it was just now because I fucking like the stream kept freezing and I kept having to like refresh it.
Yeah.
To see the chat, so I just changed it.
that's the thing is like I don't claim to be. I'm not a breakdown person. I honestly, there's lives of that I was on with Jekyll back in November when I first started on YouTube, where I'm like, rap's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I had never heard independent till about a year ago, but I have to feel something, either whether it's horrorcore and it gets me, I like it and I enjoy the story, or if it's a song like Pain that's a mindfuck song, in my opinion, or
Yeah.
I have to
Or it
feel
just
something.
sounds good and just makes you want to
That's
move, you know, like
like hip hop and rap was never my thing because I couldn't relate to the stripping and the strippers and that lifestyle and the
yeah.
gangster kind of lifestyle. I never related to it. So it's like, I'm not going to listen to that music. But once I found the independent scene, it's a lot more relatable to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not all about the, you know,
There was a song that I wrote ages ago, and I mentioned in it, I was like, everybody's complaining about oh, all these rappers do is just talk about money, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, and I said in it, if you want to hear a rapper that's talking about being broke, then go and find a broke ass rapper that isn't signed. Because like if you're listening to these fucking rich mainstream artists,
it,
that's their life. They're
it,
rapping about the cars, the money, the
right.
women, because that's their life. That's what they're living. What the fuck do you want them to rap about? If
It
you
was,
want somebody to rap about being broke, go find someone who's broke. They'll be rapping about being broke. I promise you. Like
well,
it's simple as that.
it seemed like back in, late 90s, early 2000s, it was all about, strippers and hoes and this and that. It was like turning on a country station. It was all about, losing your dog and your house and your girl left you. It was like all the same thing with just a different person rapping it.
Yeah.
And I found, because mainstream, they want to put you in a box. This is the image you're going to portray. You're going to do this, this, and this, and you can't say this, you can't do that. You have other people writing your music sometimes and stuff like that. But with the independent scene and people not signing to labels, they can truly be who they
Themselves.
want to be and sing the songs and rap the stuff that they want to rap.
Yeah, that's I just do what the fuck I want to do. That's all I ever do. I don't care what anybody else wants. I'm a selfish artist. I make what I want to make and only what I want to make. Because if I start listening to other people, him over there, he'll pull me over this direction. You need to do this. Then this one to put, you need to do this over here. No, you need to you're just gonna pull you in all directions. I just do what the fuck I want. And
You got
that's
to
it.
stay
And
true
then
to yourself.
yeah, and then it's not about trying to please everybody. It's about pleasing yourself. And then those who enjoy whatever you do, no matter what you do, those are the people who are going to enjoy your music. So
When you say,
it's not
yeah,
about pleasing them. It's about them being pleased with you.
and it works.
That's it.
If you stay true to yourself, I believe you get the true fans that love your music and your support and
Exactly.
support you because they like what you're doing. Like you
100%.
have
That's it.
who was it? Lordy, her song
Yeah.
that she did. That was kind of like the first one of the ones that was like somebody broke, like kind of flexing on the fact that they grew up in a shitty neighborhood and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like the right people will gravitate. It's like I always say, like,
Welcome back, Joe. Joe's out of jail finally.
hello, Joe. It's the same thing as like fuck. Wait, I lost my train of thought. What the fuck was we talking about again?
Staying true to yourself, and like if you want to hear a song about a broke artist or
fuck. Shit, I lost my train of thought. I can't remember what I was going to say. She was on about Lordy.
Yeah, like her song. I think it's called Royals. Is the name of the song.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like the analogy that I always use, right? It's like if you're trying to you're a guy trying to find a girlfriend, or you're a girl trying to find a boyfriend, or I mean,
whatever,
fucking whatever the fuck you're into. If you're pussy looking for pussy, dick looking for dick, whatever floats your boat, right? The best thing to do is to be yourself. you can't be like, oh, okay, well, I want to impress this girl, so I'm gonna like, she's a goth and she listens to that type of music, and I don't like that music, but I'm gonna start dressing like a goth and trying to act like cool and trying to like dress how she dresses and listen to the music she listens to and pretend to be a fan of that shit. Like, oh, do you like such and such? Yeah, I love that band. Yeah. Like, it's like you're trying to impress this girl, but like, even if you do accomplish it, she's not going to like the real you. So how long are you going to put the act up for? Like, it's like, what you need to do is just be yourself. If this girl don't like you, then she doesn't like you. Cool. But there's going to be another girl who's going to love you for exactly who you are. And you need to find the right person. And that's it. So just be yourself. That's it.
And it shows, I believe, in music, it shows when you do something that's, you're just doing it to get the views or to get people to listen to it, but you're not staying true to yourself.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest turn off with mainstream music is these people sell out for the fame and the fortune.
Yeah. It's like on my second channel, I've been uploading like Jerry Springer reactions and stuff because I fucking enjoy making those videos. Now, when I first started that channel, I was like, okay, I'm going to do a reaction channel and I'm going to react to like everything, right? So I started reacting to K-pop, like Blackpink and shit. The channel did really fucking well. Like those videos all got like good views from like straight off the bat. I was like, I uploaded like 3 or 4 videos. One of them got like 3,000 views and stuff on a brand new channel. Like I could have kept that going and I'd probably have, I could have probably overtaken my main channel in subs by now, right? But I just didn't enjoy it. And I was like, I'm not doing this shit. Like, even though I could be successful doing it, I'm not going to do it because I'm not enjoying it. Not that I didn't enjoy the music, because the music was really good, actually. But I just didn't enjoy making reaction videos, especially not daily. Like, so now I decided, okay, I want to react to like Jerry Springer videos and stuff and have a laugh and take the piss out of people and have it like just make fun of people and stuff. That's something I enjoy doing, that I have fun with. Like I'm laughing making that video, like proper. I'm like really enjoying it, and it doesn't feel like work. So I started uploading those daily, and the daily shits I've already too much. I was like, nah, fuck this. I'm not uploading daily, but I will do more videos like that, but I'm just gonna do it when I feel like it. And I'm going to have fun with that. Second channel is just going to be me having fun. And hopefully people watch the videos. Right now, the views are shit. But like, I'm like, whatever. I'm still going to do it anyway. And I'm just going to not care about views and just do it for fun.
Well, that's like the plan with my channel is like, I do reactions, but I know if I did like Blackpink, they have 64 million subs. So if I jumped on them, or back when I first started, Easy Mill was the one. But that's not the way. I love the fact that I think I have 130 some odd subs, but most of them I talk to a lot on a daily basis or a weekly basis. I know them.
Yeah.
And the songs that I react to are people that I consider homies or friends. And if I only get 7 views, it is what it is. But like Monday night on my live, somebody heard a homie of mine and they're like, now I'm a fan. I'm like, that's why I do this. If it's even turning one person on to that,
like one person at a time is, I mean, you kind of get lost in it. Like if I have like one new subscriber on my new channel, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. But then on my normal channel, I get like 30 subs and I'm just like, like, it's like, you kind of, I guess, like the more your numbers go up, you just kind of get used to whatever, or just in general, like whatever your normality is, you could look at it and be like, oh mate, if that happened, it'd be crazy. But then when it does happen, you're like you get used to it. Like I remember the first time I got on KSI's channel, right? And I got the shout out. I was like, I just rapped for KSI. And then I'm laying in bed and I'm just looking at the ceiling and I'm like, holy shit, like I just rapped for KSI. Like, what the fuck? And then like the next day, like I found it hard to get to sleep. And then the next day I was at work, like checking my phone. Has he uploaded the video? Is he going to edit me out? What's going to happen? Whatever. The night comes, I'm going to sleep. Somebody calls me randomly. I wake up, I look at my phone. I'm like, who the fuck's this? Some guy I went to college with. I never talked to him. I was like, what the fuck's he calling me? And then like I hang up. And I'm like, read the message, bro. I saw you on KSI's video. I'm like, whoa, like he didn't edit me out. Okay. Then I looked, I had loads of messages, missed calls from people, fucking. Then I checked my subs and I was watching like the real time sub count. It was going up by thousands, like 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, when's it going to stop? Like, how much is this going to go up? And then it ended up stopping around 8,000. But I was like, holy shit. But then a little while later, I think it was the YouTube cipher. The YouTube cipher it was even worse. There was like 10,000 subscribers or some shit. Or yeah, I think I gained around 10K from that. That was like a holy shit moment. Then I was on KSI's channel again. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was on KSI's channel again. And I was like, eh. And then I was on the Sidemen channel and I was like, I'm just used to it at this point. Like, it's just like, it just like after the first time, it's like, you kind of just get used to whatever your normality is. That's what you get used to. So once it's happened a few times, it's like, well, I've done it again. It's kind of, I know, you kind of have to keep pushing further and doing bigger things to where you're like, holy shit, I just done this. But yeah, but then you look back and you kind of go, holy fuck. Like, just then you look back. When you look back at the small things. Like, holy shit. Like, it's like I said, Chase called me the other day. I'm sitting talking to Chase for hours and we're just chatting. Back in the day, I remember seeing Chase on YouTube and watching his videos like years ago. Or like being friends on Facebook with Postcard and wanting to work with him, and now like I associate with all these people and I'm friends with them, and I kind of look back at stuff like that and I'm like, holy shit, like it's kind of weird that I associate with all of these people that are like, we're talking being on songs with people who are like some of them are millionaires. And I'm on the same song as them, where like back in the day, I would have been like, mate, I don't think I'd ever get on a song with the likes of people like that. Where nowadays, I mean, like, let's say like, you know, people like Futuristic. Like, I remember watching Futuristic back in the day, watching his like nerd raps in the hood videos, or the same with like High Res, watching his Uber driver videos and stuff like that. And you like, and then all of a sudden you're cool with them, and like it's a crazy thing, but like it's my normality now.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just kind of step outside and I kind of look and I go, holy shit. Like, the people that I have around me are great people to have because they push you to be better. And they're the people that you want around you. These people are but I only associate with people that I like. If you see me fucking with people, it's because I genuinely like them. If you see me like not really talking to people, there's not a vibe. Like, I don't know, like I get a vibe from certain people that I'm like, I don't really want to be friends with them. They're not because I dislike them, but I just don't see myself clicking with them, you know? That's more what it is. I ain't gonna just be somebody's friend because they're big on YouTube or whatever. Like, I'm not interested.
Yeah, you go from like with Blindsight. Like, I went from being just a sub, like watching his lives, to somebody that I now consider a friend, and I'll have long ass conversations with. It's crazy. Like, you look back here and you're like, I was just somebody that was watching his lives, and now we're friends. And
yeah,
it's just crazy the way things work on YouTube sometimes.
Yeah, and it's like you make loads of small steps, and you're like small steps, and then eventually, in a few years, you look back you've come a long fucking way. Because that every small step that you make, it's a small step in the moment, but when they all add up and you look back, you're like, holy fuck, I've done so much. And you never know where you're gonna be. Because I went for years and years and years with no recognition, just uploading like before the KSI shout out. If you look on the video that I got a shout out, you can see my views. I had my name is remix. Let me see how many views that's got now. On that video, it had 200 views in months. So it's like, it's crazy to think in I think like 3 months the video was up and it had only 200 views. Other songs of mine had 50 views, stuff like that. And then now the My Name Is remix, it has 31,000 views from 200. So it goes to show the content was good. The thing is, nobody knew it was there, and that's it. That's what it is. It doesn't, just because you don't get views doesn't mean you're not good. Because having 200 views to now having 31,000 views and the like to dislike ratio, 1.9k likes, 33 dislikes in 31,000 views. That shows like people gonna dislike anything. You can literally upload a video. I'm giving away all my belongings to somebody who has cancer and to help them out. Dislike. Why would you like that? It's crazy. Like people dislike anything at this point.
They really do. It's so, we're in such a cancer culture where it's like, I don't like this, so because I don't like it, nobody else should have to listen. Nobody else should listen to it.
Yeah. People like if somebody says this is trash, what I take that as is I don't like it personally. But I know that they just don't know how to express themselves. So they express themselves. This is trash. No, it's not. It's not trash. Like you don't like it.
Right. I'll say like there's songs that like Tom. I'm not a huge fan of Tom, but I respect what he does as an artist, and I can respect that they're good songs, but it's just not my flavor. It's just not my cup of tea. But just because it's not my cup of tea doesn't take away anything from Tom and what he knows how to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
the thing. Saying you don't like something is 100% fine. Somebody could say to me, I don't like that song. And I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. Maybe, well, listen to this one. What type of stuff do you like? Maybe you'll like this one. I have no problem with it. Now, if you tell me this is shit, different story. Because now you're telling me that I'm not good and this is shit when it's not. Like, you can't tell me it's shit because it's not. Like, it's a fact. It's factual. Right. I know this is not shit. Regardless of what anybody thinks, I know it's not shit. And it's like, if you as a chef, right, if you make good food, somebody could say, I don't like it. That doesn't mean that this person might not like fish. Right. And this is a fish meal. They don't like it because they don't like fish. But that doesn't mean the meal's bad. Yeah. It can be cooked perfectly, have all the right flavors, but they just don't like that meal. And that's completely fine. It doesn't mean that the chef is a shit chef. And that's it. That's what it boils down to.
I believe in, and for the most part, the people that I've surrounded myself with, Joe, Hillbilly, Jekyll, they will give criticism. Jekyll will be 100% blunt, but it's still constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is you see too many people here. Oh, this sucks. Well, why? Well, it just does. No, give me a reason why you think this is trash. Tell me why. Like, is it the mixing? Is it the mastering? Is it the lyrics? Is it the beat? Like, there has to be more of a reason than you just saying this sucks. You sound like a 5-year-old who is throwing a tantrum and isn't going to give us a reason.
That's the thing. Like, a lot of people say, that they like coming to me for my opinion. If you come to me, I don't give you an opinion. I give you a fact. I tell you, you're doing this wrong. This is why it's wrong. This is how you do it right. That's not an opinion. That's not an opinion. I'm not giving you an opinion. I'm telling you a fact. This is wrong. This is why it's wrong. This is how you need to do it better. That's it. That's not my opinion. That's just how things work. If you're burning your food and I tell you this is wrong, this is burnt, it shouldn't be burnt, this is how you avoid burning this. That's what I do with people's music. It's not an opinion. I give good criticism because I'm telling you a fact. It's not a. There are some things that I go, well, I mean, I would have liked it better if you would have done it like this. That's an opinion. If I'm telling you this is wrong, this is how you do it. That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
Right, yeah. If you're telling somebody
that's the difference.
Your vocals are under the beat, or your cadence was off,
or you've got too many syllables in.
Right, you're not giving an opinion. You're stating a fact to the song, and people, and that's like what I've said with people. And like the biggest thing is you have to be, as an artist, open to criticism and constructive criticism, because if you think your shit is great and you just surround yourself with people that blow smoke up your ass, you're never going to grow. That's a disservice.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Jekyll's my boss, and I've legit sat there and said to him, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, did you just tell your boss you don't like his song? I said, yeah, and this is the reason why. Like, I wouldn't be a good friend or a good employee if I sat there and said this is great when it's not.
Yeah, exactly. It's honesty is the best policy. Like, I always, and it doesn't matter who you are, I'm gonna always be honest with you. Like literally, whether it's fucking, whether it's you, whether it's Blindsight, whether it's Crypt, whether it's Chase, whether it's 100 Koofies, whoever I'm talking to, you're always going to get my honest opinion. I don't care. And if you have a problem with that, I mean, I remember having a conversation with 100 Koofies, and I told him, oh no, man, I prefer the other verse you did or whatever. And he was like, I wish there were more people like you around that kept it real and told me how you really feel. Like, there needs to be more people like you. Some people like him and they take it that way, and other people, they'll give you a bunch of excuses of, nah, because this, nah, because that. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about your excuses. If I give you criticism, I don't want excuses. I just want, okay, that's it. Because I'm not interested in, yeah, but I mean, I did it because of this and because of that. I don't care. You're wasting my time. It's going in one ear and out the other. You do with that information what you want. But don't ask for my opinion if you're gonna.
You're just gonna shit on it.
If you're just gonna tell me, oh yeah, but your opinion doesn't really count because I did it this way, and I really don't care. Like, do what you want with that opinion, and yeah, that's it.
Now, do you have anything upcoming? I know you said you'll be away next month, right?
Yeah.
For September.
Yeah. I'll be in Spain for a whole month.
Nice.
So basically the whole month of September I'll be gone. I think I leave on the 5th, come back on the 5th of October, I think. So literally a whole month. And I am working on stuff, but nothing's ready yet.
But because I know, like you said, you've been on quite a few ciphers. Was the Blindsight cipher the last one you have going on right now? Or
No. Definitely not. So the thing is, it's hard to turn ciphers down because sometimes the ciphers, like even like the Blindsight cipher 2, for example, I'm like, oh, I want to be on that. I want to be on it, but I can't because I was on the first one, and it's like I'm still involved in it because I'm doing all the work. Blindsight basically just is like, I mean, I've even got a say of who's on it. So I told Blindsight, I said, run it by me. Don't just pick willy-nilly anybody, because like I want to have a say in who's going to be on it, because I want to make sure the cipher comes out really good. So I've got a say in everything pretty much, like picking the people, then putting all of the shit together, because Blindsight is fucking blind. Like, do you know what I mean?
Literally.
Everything's going to be 10 times harder for him to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I did the first one for free. Blindsight's actually paying me to do the second one.
I love Blind. I tell him all the time. I'm like, I'm going to kick you in the shin and you'll never see it coming.
He won't.
Now, what did you think? Because you did you do the mix and mastering for the first one?
No. I did all the arrangement.
Okay.
So basically, Blindsight sent me the beat, and it was just like the main beat with loads of other sounds. And then what I did was I muted all the sounds in it apart from like the main loop, and then I sent that to everybody. And then when I got their verses back, they rapped over like a skeleton beat, basically. So it's just the drums and like one melody, which is, I think it was the dun 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 dun
It was a
dun
badass
dun,
beat.
or it was the piano, but I think I think it was the piano and the dun 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 dun, dun like that bit, and they just rapped over that, and then all the other sounds and everything. I then got their verse and I customized every verse to make it different. So every verse, and I even added production of my own, where I added more instruments. And with the second one, I'm gonna have even more hand in the production. Like Blindsight sent the beat, and it was very basic beat. It was like one melody and some drums, and that was about it. So everything else is going to be all me, and making sure that every verse sounds completely different one from another. Like in the first one, like the snares, like in like Book's verse, where it was like cut, 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 like them snares. I added all of that stuff, and the breaths, like when the snares are going, like all of that shit, like all the breaks in the beat, or whether it goes a cappella or like just everything. That was all me, and choosing what order everybody goes in, and making sure that it all sounds cohesive. And then once it's all done, then Banksy basically, I mix the beat and Banksy mixes the vocals.
Okay. So do you think Blindsight made the right choice with picking Jewel as the winner to be on his first cipher?
I can't really answer that because I didn't listen to the things, but from what, like, Joel fucking killed it. Like, he did really, really well. Like, he kept up with everybody on that bitch. So I can't say he made the wrong choice. I feel like the two weakest links for me, being honest, is Namson and Scheme. And the reason why is because Scheme, I just don't like the delivery, the high pitch. Like, it does set him apart, but if he would just rap like more normal, I think he'd be really good. But the delivery just isn't for me. And Namson, he just needs work, like, in general, like delivery, writing, syllables, like all of that stuff. I don't think he was up to par. Like, I wouldn't have put him on the cipher, if I'm being honest. Like, I would have, if it was up to me and Blindsight said, "Oh, how about Namson?" I would have said no. There's a million people I'd put on it before Namson that I feel like deserved the spot better.
I think with the beat, I think Namson could have gone harder. Like, it left me wanting more.
It's not even like I said, it's not an opinion.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it from a factual standpoint. Like, he's doing stuff wrong. There's one thing whether you like something or not. Scheme, I don't like his delivery. That's an opinion. Writing wise, he's doing everything right. He's doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't like the delivery. That's it. But other people might love it. That's a thing. So that's an opinion. But with Namson, it's a fact. Like, he's not as good as he needs to be, especially to be on a cipher with the people he was on a cipher with, that are all like, we're talking Crip, Lex, Grizzy, me. We're seasoned when it comes to this shit. Like, we've earned our spot to be on the cipher, where Namson hasn't. So that's the difference. And there are other people that they haven't really earned their spot, maybe in terms of numbers and stuff like that. But in terms of talent, like and hard work, they deserve to be on it. People like Mix, Books, they're smaller artists, but they have the talent, they're ready for it, and they've been working hard and they've been consistent. So they deserve to be on it, and they did really well. So that's my 100% honest.
Yeah, Like, I know I'm a
opinion.
little biased because Jewel is JMP and stuff, but I've listened to he just blows me away. I've listened to his older stuff, and there's just some people that have that natural talent, and he's
Yeah,
always,
I have nothing, not one bad word to say about Joel. Not
even his
one.
sweater in the video.
Not even that really, no.
Like, hey, he pulled it off. That's all I can say. Is
I think he looked good.
I
I actually liked his style because he's just different.
yeah. Have you checked out the JMP Cypher one?
No,
The
I
first
don't.
Cypher.
Wait, did I? I don't. No, I don't think I did.
It came out in April, but yeah, Jewel's on that one.
I probably didn't then because I hadn't heard of Joel up until this point.
Yeah,
So
who was on that? We had Gatsby
and
was on
if I
there.
did, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I might have checked it out if Gatsby was on it. I might have been like, oh, let me check out a bit of it, or maybe I watched a bit of it. I don't know. The thing is, I get sent shit like on a daily basis, like people spam me with stuff. Can you check this out? Can you check that out? Can you tell me what you think of my new song? So it's impossible for me to keep up. And I actually check everything. Every time somebody sends me stuff, I check it. Sometimes people take the piss, and I have to tell them, "Like, stop fucking spamming me with shit." Like I checked out one thing. Like you're going overboard because they send like they'll write one word and be like, "Oh, what do you think of this one word I wrote?" Like fucking hell, come back in a week. Like come back in a month. Like not every day. Like I wrote this one sentence. What do you think? Like fucking hell, man. Like you're taking the piss now. Some people have no self-awareness. They're like they just spam you with shit, and it's like, come on now, like.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, like I've got a life. I can't just sit here listening to people's music all day for free and giving criticism to everybody all the time. It does my fucking head in at some point.
Yeah, the first one, it had Gatsby, Smoke Jesus, TK Green, Jekyll, Blaze, Clip
I must have
Monster.
heard some of it.
Yeah, Clip Monster was Clip and Gatsby were probably the two biggest names on it. I'm still trying to break down Clip Monster's bars a year later.
Hold on, let me have a look. Because if I would have seen it, I would have liked the video. If I've seen it, yeah. So this is the one. No, I haven't seen it because I haven't hit the like button.
Yeah,
I hit the like button on every single video I watch. So
it's the only way to keep track of if you watched it or not. Really.
Yeah, I do it to support people. You know, I want to make sure I'm supporting everybody. So like, just it's not hard to hit a fucking like button on a video.
No.
It takes 2 seconds. So.
But no, it was definitely like Blindside. Like I pushed the hell out of that cipher. It meant a lot that you checked out my reaction to it because I'm like, I did it just because I like Blindside. I wanted to support it. And it's like I said, to be in with the people, it meant a lot.
Yeah, I was going to do a part 2 and I recorded half of it. I think I reacted to like Devo's and a bunch of other people. I can't remember. Alpha Tyler, I definitely did his, I think, in the second part. Or was he in the first part? I think he was in.
He wasn't in the first part.
I think it was in the second part. But like I ended up giving up because there was I think it was a bit like, I don't know. I think the I can't remember. Like, but I was just like, oh fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. Like the first one was enough, I think, and I was like, it's a shame because I did want to like show love back to everybody, but it was kind of like at that point I couldn't be bothered to do it because I had to wait to watch the reaction till I wanted to record and then watch them all while I'm recording, and I just wanted to kind of just chill and just watch them in bed and and just relax instead of making content out of it. So yeah. I think it was more because of that. But yeah, I did record Alpha Tyler, Devo, and I'm trying to find a video now so I can see who the fuck else I reacted to. But Devo's was too long-winded, so I couldn't do the whole thing because it was like too long. He watched the first 4 bars about 60 times. I was like, right, okay, I can't be putting all of this in. So now I have to like edit it up. Where the fuck is it? Thank you. I actually have no fucking clue. No clue where it is.
Yeah, like I try for the most part. Like I said, I'm learning to break down bars and stuff, but like for the most part, I try to run it through. And yeah, you broke my brain with your. It took, honestly, I think it was probably the 3rd or 4th reaction that I watched of somebody reacting to the cipher before I caught on to your goat milk bar.
And that was the easy one as well. Then I had like, because I had they like, I want me a piece, so I go to war with my piece. You better believe I won't go to war for my piece, but I go to war for my piece. So what I meant by that was they're like, I want me a piece, so like I want a piece of what you got, so I go to war with my piece. So like that could be looked at as like, if they want to take what I got, I'm going to war with my piece. But then also, I want to take what you got, so I'm going to war with my piece. Kind of thing. And then and I said I won't go to war for my piece, but I'll go to war for my piece, as in I won't go to war for my chain or whatever, my jewelry, but I'll go to war for my inner piece. Like you know, like material objects don't matter, kind of thing. Yeah, so that was the one that people were struggling with. And then like nobody really caught the whole football scheme, because I said like I said catch me on the net when I post, like catch me on the internet when I post videos, but then also like the net and the post, which is the goal post, and the net in a you know, football.
Yeah.
Then I said, you know, I want to make a Starbucks, no Costa. Costa and Starbucks are coffee shops. And then like I want to make a Starbucks, as in I want to make I'm the star and I want to make bucks. So there's that whole wordplay. There was a lot. And then there was the whole crossbar is a part of the goal. And I said hit him with a hook, which could be a chorus and a right. There was so many layers to it that nobody really caught the whole thing. They just catch like one tiny bit of it and be like, "Ooh," but then miss like the whole thing. But like, I just like to see what people react to, because it like the best bar is the Venom ink Schofield bar. So I said, when I spit venom, my ink will cover your whole body like Schofield. So Schofield is the character from Prison Break who tattooed the blueprint of the prison on his body. So he's covered his whole body in ink. Then Venom, the villain from Spider-Man, Venom kind of looks like ink. And when he possesses the person, he covers their whole body in ink, right? So that was that. That's the best bar from my verse. But hardly anybody reacts to that. They react to the goat milk bar. That's the one where it's like everybody like is like, oh, on that. Like the simplest, dumbest bar is the one that people like the most. It's funny, but that's just the way it is. If you just have that's why you always have to throw a little simple, funny bar in there or something like, "Hi there, I'm DK, the dickhead with the blue hair." Like, people remember that forever. It's like, it's iconic at that point. Like, I didn't expect it to be as iconic as it was, to be fair. Like, I didn't. But the reason why I did it is because people don't really know the backstory behind the blue hair. But I said if I won the contest and got into, because I won the contest like Jewel did.
Yeah.
You know, like, so I was like, if I win, I smash a box of eggs over my head and dye my hair blue. And I won. So I stuck by my word, smashed a box of eggs over my head on a video and dyed my hair blue. So I was like, I was waiting for the fucking cipher. I was waiting. And I was nearly not on it, because Crypt actually wanted to fly everybody out to film the video in person. And I remember him asking me, would you be able to make it here? And I said, no way. It costs like $2,000 for me to come out there. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to. And then he was like, in the end, he was like, okay, well, we're not doing it. People can't make it. So just send the video in like normal. And I was like, okay. But I was waiting, and I was like, I wanted to do the cipher first and then do the blue hair after. so I didn't have blue hair in the video because it's my first impression. So
Yeah.
people are going to think I look like a fucking dickhead. So I was like, fuck it, because it was taking so long. I was like, fuck it, I'll dye my hair blue now, and then I'll hopefully by the time we do the cipher, it will be gone. I dyed my hair blue. Swear, like 2 days later or some shit. Fuck it, or a week later, Crypt hit me up like, okay, here's the beat, do your verse, and I was like, fuck. So then I had the blue hair in the video, but it worked out for the best because it made me stand out more. The blue hair bar, that's why I did the blue hair bar, because I was like, I want people to know this isn't a fucking fashion choice. Like, I know I look like a dickhead with blue hair, like. So I was like, I was more like laughing at myself, you know, like, oh, it's me, the dickhead with the blue hair. So people know, like I'm joking and poking fun of myself, like, and it worked out for the best.
But I know we've been at this. I'm out of questions, and I know it's 10 o'clock at night for you, and you're probably ready to relax. So
yeah, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, that's why I'm eating now, because I'm hungry. I'm having some scrambled egg on toast
with butter.
I don't actually know. I don't think it has got butter on it. Clarissa just randomly bought it to me, and I was like, okay. But yeah, I enjoyed the interview anyway. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you. And like I said, you guys, I linked to his YouTube. DK's YouTube will be in the description. You can find him on Twitter, IG, all as DkRapArtist.
Everywhere.
The same name across the board, right? DkRapArtist. So
yeah, so I think the only thing that's different is my Facebook, because it's DkRapArtist FB, or no, DkRapArtist UK, and then that's my fan page, and DkRapArtist FB is my actual proper Facebook, where you can add me as a friend and stuff.
I don't mess around with Facebook.
Yeah, I don't use it as much as I used to.
And just remember, if you want to collab with him, get in while the price is low. It won't be this low.
Exactly. And if you guys are watching the video, or you're in the chat right now, and you do have questions you wanted to answer during the stream that didn't get answered, or something you're curious about, leave a comment on the video, and I'll check the comments every now and again, and I'll answer. We'll do a little Q&A in the comments, so I'll answer your guys' comments in this comment. So. In the comment section of the video, like the VOD or the re-upload that gets premiered after.
And if somebody does want to collab, hit you up on any of the social medias.
Yeah, just message me anywhere, really.
Okay. So thank you, and thank you for everybody that came and hung out and asked questions and stuff. And we will catch you guys all on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.